Welcome back to You Have a Dream, Living with Purpose. I'm your host, Life Coach Brandy, and I'm so glad you're here.
And I'm your co-host, Victoria. Each week we're diving deep into what it means to live intentionally, walk in faith, and rediscover the dreams that God placed in your heart.
Today's episode is all about shifting the way we speak and the way we think. Because sometimes the only thing standing between where you are and where you're meant to be is one phrase. Instead of saying, I can't, try saying, I wonder.
That's so good. I wonder opens the door, but I can't shuts it.
Exactly. One closes possibility, the other invites it in. All right, so I tell my clients all the time, your words shape your world. When you say I can't, your brain stops looking for solutions, right? But when I say I wonder, your brain starts creating them.
It's such a switch, but it changes everything. Instead of, I can't start the business, what if you said, I wonder what would happen if I took one step toward it?
Exactly. That's why we're here. I wonder invites curiosity, faith, and creativity. And those are the ingredients of purpose.
And I think that's how God works too. He plants wonder in us to lead us toward without what's possible.
Yes, faith and curiosity are cousins. They both say, I don't know how to know how. I just have to trust that there's a way. So there's also a saying, you don't know what you don't know. Right?
Right.
So I remember years ago when I was first stepping into my calling as a life coach. I didn't have fancy certifications, the perfect website, or a big audience. I thought, I can't do this. But one day, I felt this gentle nudge from the Holy Spirit saying, stop saying you can't. Start asking what if. So back then, I would do live videos on Facebook and just send positivity out in the world. And, and then I would send positive quotes. I'd do a live video probably once a week, and then I'd send positive affirmations or positive quotes out daily. Instead of I can't, I started saying, I wonder what could happen if I just start with one person. And I did. I started with just one person. And she was a friend of mine. And in my coaching certification, you had to work with 3 different people and practice your skills and change their mindsets. So I did my health coaching with her, and I did coaching with a little college girl, excuse me, that said she couldn't do anything because of what her family expectations are. And a lot of people say this even today. Well, I can't because of the generational pull. Let's break that generational pull. Let's break that generational gap. You can be as successful as you put your mind to it. This little girl was so super smart. She wanted to start her own business and have it be a women's business and help them through college and help them with daycares. I don't know if she did that because she moved away, but she was so excited that she was going to break that generational gap and be successful. Because I told her, I said, if you break that gap, do you know how much you could maybe help your mother? Get her out of what are those called? Projects. Get her out of the projects. That way she can see how good things can be, and maybe it would motivate her, because they were stuck in that mindset of I can't. And so I worked with both my friend on her weight loss journey and with this little girl that was in college at the time, and she was a little track runner. And the way that I saw both of their mindsets changed, I was like, this is so amazing. I am loving this. I am helping people make their dreams their reality, and I love that.
That gives me chills, because that's faith in motion, not waiting for the whole picture, but saying, I wonder what God could do with my yes.
Exactly. When you start to wonder, you give God room to move.
All right, Mom, break it down for us. How can our listeners start using that I wonder mindset in their own lives?
Glad you asked. Here are 3 ways to practice the I wonder shift. All right, so step 1, every time you say you can't, pause and ask, is that really true or just fear speaking? Awareness is the first step towards change. Step 2, ask a wonder question. Replace it with something open and hopeful, like say, I wonder how God might make this situation and use this situation. Or I wonder what could happen if I tried again. That invites curiosity, and curiosity builds courage and confidence. So step 3 is take one faith-filled action. Just one. Don't stop at wondering. Move with it. Send an email. Write the idea. Speak up. Take one small, brave step, because faith without action is just imagination.
That's so good. It's not just about changing words, it's about changing direction.
Exactly. That's why I wonder doesn't mean you know the outcome. It means you're open to the miracle. It means that you're open to taking those steps to how to make it happen, right? And that is beautiful. When you change your mindset, and again, I've said this before, when you change your mindset, I talk with my hands, I'm sorry. When you change your mindset, you open up more positive energy coming towards you. And it may be just somebody saying something to you and it goes, the light bulb comes on, you know? Or if you're negative, you get more and more depressed. And I think that's, in the world that we're living in today, a lot of people don't say I wonder. They say I can't, or that's impossible. But like I've said, impossible, it equals I'm possible. Or if you say I can't, I wonder. And you know, God plants these seeds and He gives us these dreams, and we have to set a mindset of mindset of positivity instead of just letting fear take over. You've got to have faith over fear. So, today's dream moment comes from the story of Moses. When God told Moses to lead his people, Moses said, "I can't speak well." And God responded, "Who made your mouth?" Right? Who made your mouth? The moment reminds me that God doesn't ask for perfection. He asks for participation. When you say, "I wonder what God could do through me," you give him permission to do the impossible.
That's so beautiful. I wonder is really just another way of saying, "Lord, I'm open."
That is beautiful. I love that. Yes, it opens hearts and creates open doors. So here's your challenge for this week. Write down 3 things that you've been saying "I can't" about. Then beside each one, write the words, "I wonder what God can do with this." Pray over it. Ask God to turn your "I can't" into courage and take one small step of faith, no matter how tiny, toward that wonder. Because when you replace "I can't" with "I wonder," you open the door for God to show up for you, and that He always can.
Yes, and if this message encouraged you, share it with someone who's been doubting themselves using the hashtag Wonder What God Can Do, and tell us what dream you're daring to believe in again.
And remember, you are capable, you are chosen, and you are possible. Thank you for joining us for another episode of You Have a Dream Living with Purpose.
We'll see you next week for episodes 4, Faith in the Waiting, a deep dive into trusting God's timing when your dream feels delayed.
Until then, keep dreaming, keep wondering, and keep living with purpose. And I want to say to you again, if you sponsor an episode, we love to talk and announce your name and just create a family environment for you guys where you can email me, tell me stories, and I'll probably call you and talk to you, and you can tell me, and then I'll ask if I can share your name. Sponsorships and donations always help us keep the podcast going, because it's not easy, and we just want to make sure that we're touching everybody that we need to. And again, share, follow, like our podcast, leave a review, leave me a 5-star review, and just tell me how I am making a difference in making your dreams your reality. And we're living in purpose. We're living with purpose and with intention of making our dreams reality. So with that, I want to give you a blessed week, send all my blessings out to you, and I want you to share with your friends. That's really important, because you don't know what everybody's struggle is. You don't know what everybody's going through. If you share some positivity, you might make a difference in their life. Kindness, just little acts of kindness make a difference. Just a smile makes a difference. When you're at the grocery store, or when you're out pumping your gas and there's somebody at the next gas tank, just smile at them. Say, "How are you?" Make them feel like they are important, because we're all important. We all have our dreams. We all have our purpose. So do an act of kindness. Be blessed.
Have a safe week and stay blessed. Thanks for joining.